yeah, America. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders special. You know what it is? And today, we got a return guest. The man is giving us all that goodness. And in this one, he's trying to fill up our hearts with some warmness. You know what I mean? That stuff that you eat when you're sick with the cold or in the winter. That chicken soup, baby, that makes you feel all good. But he's bringing the chicken soup of a different flavor. That's right, that type that we view on our TV screens for our favorite four-letter word that begins with an F. That's right, free, folks. And let's present the man himself, the king of the streams, the one that is cooking in that kitchen, bringing that chicken soup for the soul, the one and only Mr. Chris Boozy. Homie, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother man. Now that I'm seeing your fantastic face.
Hey, there we go. My beard only gets whiter every time we connect. Don't you worry. Soon it'll be so reflective it'll blind you through the screen.
You and me both. I went from salt and pepper beard to pretty much as salty as you get. So
yeah, well, you can't get any saltier than this, let me tell you. All right.
Pepper is pretty rare these days.
The only pepper I got is in that mustache. This is why I got that two-tone look going on. What's going on? I look like those old 80s jeans. What's going on my face?
I love it.
So let's get into it, brother, because the last time you were here, we were talking about the awesomeness of Red Box. I mean, dope stuff going on over there. But now, we got the big baby in the business right here, chicken soup. You know, again, this is the heartwarming stuff now. But I know the other two have been having that good stuff. You know, it is a month of romance. I could only imagine what chicken soup got. So let's get into it.
So much stuff.
What do we got here? Love for starters.
So, Al, you know, we talked about before that we have Chicken Soup for the Soul original rom-coms you can only watch on Chicken Soup for the Soul. And we've got a ton of them. Now, you also know, we've talked about before, that I love food. So if I'm going to talk about rom-coms, I'm going to try to find as many movies as I can about food. And Love for Starters is a great one. So very fun, perfect for the Valentine's season that we find ourselves in right now. This one's starring Stephanie Benet from Supernatural, one of my favorite series, and Jonathan Cherry from Goon, which is fantastic. And this is about a woman who manages one of those high-end vacation resorts up in the mountains, but it's failing, and she's about to lose this joint. And so in this sort of Hail Mary, she hires this highfalutin New York chef who thinks is going to come to be part of this resort family and to be in there for the long haul. Come to find out, he has been ostracized from the New York food scene, and he's just coming to make a name for himself so that he can then head back to New York and resume his old life. So they sort of have two different agendas going on, but it's really sweet and a lot of cooking scenes. So you might even pick up a couple of tips and tricks along the way as well.
Oh, really? So you know what? Let's see what Love for Starters is actually cooking up, because we have a trailer. Let's tune in.
Boom.
Did you need me to pick up anything?
No, our new chef has covered.
I thought you were going to wait to hire someone until the design was finished.
Now the two of you get the space together.
Who is he?
He's the one who did that fancy place in New York City.
He's a big name. He'll draw in the clientele that we need.
I am so glad we're finally letting me do this, Dad.
You must be Hutton, new head chef.
You're the guy that does the anti-micro meals.
It's a deconstructed experience.
I need you to work with him.
Catch on the Lake was the only place you made you an offer. What did you want me to do? Make this one count, and you will be back in the New York market in no time.
Walter Gregson has just agreed to review us for his hometown hotspot.
He's only the biggest restaurant critic in North America.
What happened at your last one?
I got a bad review from Walter Gregson.
You need to create a space at Walter Gregson. Cannot help.
Let's get to work.
How well do you know Crescent?
Well, I don't know Crescent.
You need to get to know the area to cook here. I just thought that we were blending upscale and homey.
I used white flour instead of organic quinoa flour.
Okay. Pause on the menu for a beat and get started on the design. This is the star of the show.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's just funny. What you notice. Finally stop. Slow down.
What's next?
Constructed cheesy.
No, you promised me.
Kidding.
I haven't seen you smile like that in a while. You guys kind of make a great team.
Do you think he likes it?
So hard to tell, isn't it?
You've had enough. Trendy new tapas bar opening in South Village.
The family is really counting on you. So if you're planning on making some changes, you should let them know as soon as possible. Dax is planning on me.
Olivia, he just signed a 3-year contract. He decided to stay.
I really want to be here. I really want a home base.
Walter Gregson's review. 10 out of 10 home. 10 out of 10.
Hotspot.
Well, there we go. As Chris said, a lot going on.
Romance, and more romance. Oh, and then when you're done with your starter, we've got a little dessert for you here.
Hey.
For the love of chocolate. Very cute. This is another Chicken Soup for the Soul original. This one is starring Rhiannon Fish from the series The 100 and Jesse Hutch from Batwoman. Genevieve Buchner from Supernatural. We've got a couple people from there this month. But this is a super sweet rom-com. Takes place in the dessert industry, the chocolate industry. And it actually takes place at the Masters of Chocolate Festival. And two competing chocolatiers. And they find that maybe there's something even sweeter than chocolate going on between the two of them.
Damn, man, Chris, now I need to get some chocolate after this too before I watch the Hackers. I need snacks, Chris.
I know. These movies they're actually brutal watching these things because I'm just like, I need to make pizzas. I need to eat everything.
Hey, but eat my chocolate. And now a slice of Chicago romance. You know what? I don't like Chicago pizza, but give me a New York slice any day, please. Give me a 2-footer. Let's go.
Yeah, we went to Chicago about 6 months ago, and I literally ate one piece, and I had to take a nap at the table halfway through. I think we ate at Lou Malnati's this time. I've done Gino's East. I like deep dish pizza, but I literally I have some sort of a carb issue where I literally will just fall asleep at the table. They're like, we didn't have any alcohol. Why is Chris asleep?
Chris has narcolepsy induced by pizza.
It's true. But this one's very fun. It's about two historically competitive pizza places in Chicago who, I think living in the Northeast, just how insane people in Chicago are about deep dish pizza.
Oh my God. You know how many arguments I've gotten into with Chicago people over what's the best pizza? Listen, I've had deep dish. No. Yeah. Give me my slice, yo.
You're a New York guy. I'm with you. I prefer a thin crust. And we've got a couple of New Yorkers just opened up some places in LA, and we've got some. I gotta tell you, I know it's the water. I know you can't do the thing. I have to hear it from you New Yorkers every time I mention that we've got good pizza in LA now. But I've got to tell you, it's pretty good. I don't know if they're mailing tanks of water out to the West Coast or what's going on. But
in Florida, there was a spot that actually said they got water from New York.
Oh, that's BS. There's no way they're shipping water down there.
Let me tell you, that pizza actually was the closest when I first tasted it.
Is that right? Okay. All right. Well, maybe they did.
Maybe, yeah. And even a bagel spot that used to do the same. And when my wife handed me this bagel, she didn't tell me at the time. She hands me this bagel. I bit into it. I was like, oh, why does this taste like New York? She goes, I found the right spot. I said, oh my God.
We've got one in LA. I think it's a chain, but it's called the New York Bagel Company. And I don't know that they ship the water out, but they're pretty. I've had New York bagels, and these are pretty legit.
Yeah, listen, man. Bagels are bagels, man.
But that one's fun. So they have to actually come together and work together, even though they hate each other, in order to fend off a national chain that moves into their area of Chicago.
Shit. Love it. So mom and pop shops versus the chain. Mom and pops always win because
Davey and David versus Goliath.
Yeah, chain pizza's not good, folks. I've tried many, and nothing beats a nice mom and pop shop. And all depends.
Amen. Always support the mom and pop. And Beauty of Love is another Chicken Soup for the Soul original. Very sweet, perfect for your Valentine viewing. Curl up on the couch with your significant other. This is Katarina Eichenberger from Monarch and Jonathan Stoddard from The Young and the Restless. So he knows from Romance. And it's a very sweet rom-com that focuses in on the design and beautification
and kicking butt with these originals. Look at that.
We got a lot.
Guys, hey, what they talking about?
A Week in Paradise, yes. We just keep the rom-coms trucking. This is starring Malin Ackerman, who is from a series you might enjoy called Watchmen, which something tells me you are a fan.
What made you guess?
And Connie Nielsen from Gladiator, Philip Winchester from Law and Order. And it's about a woman who discovers that her famous director husband is cheating on her and has actually had a baby with another woman. And so she takes off, goes to a hotel resort in the Caribbean, and discovers love with this hotel employee. And then everything looks like it's hunky-dory and they're going to just, stay in paradise and enjoy the sunsets when her husband shows up at the resort. And both drama and comedy ensue in equal parts. That's great. Yep, very fun.
Is it really A Week in Paradise?
You have to watch and find out. You tell me.
And the courage to love, folks. I don't know if I have that courage anymore, but I'll try.
Yes. So this is a period piece starring Vanessa Williams.
Hey.
You remember her back in the day?
Heck yeah.
Still works like a fiend. Since head of the class
too as well back then. Come on now.
Yep. And it's a period love story about a woman who has to choose between her love and the devotion that she has for her faith, and maybe comes to the conclusion that one doesn't necessarily have to preclude the other, but it's really good.
Gotcha. And then we got literally right before Aaron.
This one is very fun. So this is starring Justin Long from Jeepers Creepers and Kobe Smulders from The Avengers, Ryan Hansen from Veronica Mars. But it's about a guy who gets dumped by his longtime college sweetheart, and then putting lemon juice on a paper cut, rubbing salt in the wound, she invites him to her wedding. And he decides that just for his own sanity and his own closure, he's going to go to that wedding, and he's going to just ride it out. And it's very fun. Performances are phenomenal. This one, if you're looking for maybe more laughter in your Valentine viewing, check that one out.
Yeah. Wow. Well, vindictive guy much, huh? Best sellers. Hey. Oh, with Aubrey? Hey.
What? Aubrey Plaza? I think if that young woman sticks with it, I think she's going to have a career. I am a gigantic Aubrey Plaza fan. I think she is one of the most ridiculous comic talents of our day. And obviously, young Mr. Kane there is had a career unlike any other performer in entertainment. And he's fantastic in this. So this is a really fun film. He plays this super crotchety, best-selling author who has to go on a book tour with Aubrey Plaza, who's kind of like the client relations officer for a book publisher that's tanking, and this book that Michael Caine has written is like the last hope for the company, and so she's got to keep him on the rails while going out on this book tour. It's very fun.
And based on that picture there, he looks like he's kind of off the rails. So
exactly.
Morning Glory. Hey, oh damn! Look at everybody here.
I mean, talk about star-studded. This thing is like ridiculously packed with talent. So Rachel McAdams, who I think could not be sweeter if she was made of pie. She is adorable. And from Mean Girls and a million other things. But she plays a young upstart morning news show producer who is trying to save this morning news show by getting the two anchors to get along. So the two anchors are Harrison Ford and Diane Keaton, who's one of my absolute favorite performers. And so she has to throw herself on this grenade, this relational grenade, and figure out a way that she can get them to get along so that she can save the show. But very fun.
Morning Glory. And then we got Bomb Girls.
Speaking of throwing yourself on a grenade, this is a fantastic period piece. This is actually a series about the heroes of World War II, and not the soldiers, not that they weren't heroes, but this is about the female heroes who took over all those jobs in the munitions industry that were originally done by men. And when they went off to fight the war, Rosie the Riveter was not necessarily just a fake thing, but was actually she was an example of real women who stepped up and really saved this country. And this series follows a group of women working in that industry. It's great.
Awesome. And then what a follow-up, Broken Promises.
Broken Promises. So if you're looking for a little thrill in your Valentine viewing, this is sort of a cautionary tale about what can happen if things go sideways in the marriage world. So this is about a couple. They're trying to adopt. There's all of these dark agendas going on. But this is starring Cheryl Ladd, who obviously was from Charlie's Angels and who I had an unhealthy crush on from a very early age. I'm sure you can't relate at all, but yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, no, I get it. Charlie's Angels, come on now. The Devil's Mistress.
Another period piece. This is another series, and it takes place between 1642 and 1660 against the backdrop of the English Civil War. And so it's sort of a dramatic / romantic tale that is told kind of over the backdrop of the Civil War. If you like shows like Downton Abbey, you're going to love this one. Andrea Riseborough from Birdman, who's amazing in that movie, which is my son's current all-time favorite film, and Dominic West from The Wire, Tom Goodman Hill from Imitation Game. It's got an incredible cast. Performances are really, really good. And if you like period pieces, I highly recommend checking this one out.
You hear that, folks? And that's a wrap for this month of Chicken Soup for the Soul. They actually have a whole bunch more stuff other than that. So you got to check out the channel. You know where? chickensouptv.com. There's also a free app on the Google and Apple Store. So make sure you download the app so you can watch this on your phone, your tablet, your TV, your computer. There is no excuse for you to not be entertained by free and awesome stuff.
The whole spectrum.
You know what
devices we covered. Love it.
If you want to know about my man's geekiness over here, make sure you follow Chris over at I Dig Jesus on Twitter, X, however you want to call it. But give the man a follow, man. That's the king of all streams right here. You know, and we're gonna see him possibly one more time on the channel this month. As he's talking about a channel that I thought wasn't around, but all of a sudden it is. Ooh, what may it be? We'll find out real soon, folks. Stay tuned. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. ¡Hueva!